Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I hope everyone is having a good day today. I'm actually getting ready to, let me turn this down, super loud. I'm actually getting ready to go on a cruise, so haven't even started packing, but I'm trying to get everything else done. I am the type of person that likes to have my house in order before I go anywhere. So anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is the different oils that I actually take when I'm traveling. I like to make everything super convenient, and I don't like to carry a lot. So I just try to minimize what I'm taking and just take the essentials. And what I like to do is I have a little box. If you can see here, it's just one of those little mini boxes, and I've taken drams. You can see the drams. You can get these on Amazon.com. You can also get them in the back office. If you have your own doTERRA account, you can get them in the back office, and I believe there's like 12 of them, and they're very inexpensive. I got these because I wanted the little rollers, if you can see there. I just think it's a lot more convenient when you can just roll them wherever you need them to be. So what I've done is I've actually made a sheet for myself, if you can see there. It just makes it easier for me every single year, just to make sure I have all the oils that I need. The first oil that I like to carry is peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is really actually good for any type of digestion issues or nausea, anything with the digestive system. It soothes and calms and relieves nausea. It's a perfect oil for motion sickness. So this is great if you are the type of person that gets jet lag or just doesn't feel well on a plane. It's also used for immediate headache relief. Put drops on forehead, behind ears, and base of skull for relief from headaches. And you can inhale a drop of oil for nausea. So basically, I like to have this on me, and I just put one little drop, cup it in my hands, and inhale. It's very rare that I have to use it, but I always like to have it on me. The second oil that I like to carry is lemon oil. Now, lemon oil is probably an oil in our home that we go through more frequently than the rest of the oils because I use this in my water. One of the things that you want to make sure that when you are traveling, whether you're, going out of the country or you're just going to, the mountains, if you're going to the beach, I'm sure that most of the time when you travel, you're going to a completely different climate. That's kind of why you want to travel there. So what I usually do is I like to add lemon essential oil to my stainless steel. This is a 32-ounce stainless steel tumbler, and I use the stainless steel because when you use plastics, plastics are really not good for you, and what the oils do is they break down the inside of the plastic. So you definitely don't want to contaminate yourself with, ingesting plastics. So I use the stainless steel with a stainless steel straw. Now, lemon oil, it cleanses areas that appear unsanitary, can be used to keep room clean, etc. Also put a drop in your hands and rub together for sanitizer. Put a drop in water for immune boost. So one of the things that I always recommend when you are traveling is to keep your immunity at its strongest, and you can do so by there's different ways, and I'll go over them. One of them is just making sure that you get plenty of water and you stay hydrated, and using lemon essential oil. You could actually do a little spray bottle if you wanted to, and just make your own little spray, just add your like 10 drops of oil to, like, I thought I had a spray bottle in here, but apparently I don't. You just add your oil to the spray bottle and then top it off with water. I like to use distilled water just because that way if I get home and I didn't use it and, it goes into one of my bathrooms and it's in there for 2 weeks, it's still going to be nice. It's not going to, how like regular water, it tends to breed bacteria. Well, distilled water doesn't. All right, the next oil is lavender oil. Now, lavender oil is the perfect oil for like soothing sunburns. And I know when I go on vacation, especially when I'm going on a cruise, it doesn't matter. I wear a really good SPF so that I'm protecting myself, but it never fails, because when I'm going to like the Bahamas, I never want to get out of the water. And so what ends up happening is the SPF that I had on my body eventually just washes off and I'm still in the water. So sometimes I'm just like forgetting and I forget to apply right away. So what I do is I rub drops of oil directly on the sunburn areas. So I try to keep a little dram with me at all times. It's also a wonderful oil for relaxation. I know a lot of times when you're traveling out of the country or just traveling somewhere new, some people tend to have like a sleeplessness just because they're not used to sleeping in, you know, the bed that they're sleeping in. So that's great for that. You could also put a drop in your shower floor for aromatherapy benefits, or on your pillow at night. What I also like to do is for sunburns is one of our other products. It's in our Verage skincare line. This is our Verage Toner. This is wonderful to actually add lavender essential oil to it and use it as a mister for your spray at the beach. It's also great for sunburns. So like when, you know, you are sunburned, you could use this, or you could use the Hydrating Serum. It's another feature that you could do is just put lavender, probably about like to something this size. I would probably put maybe like 20 drops of lavender to it and then shake it up and then apply it on your sunburn areas. I always get burned, so I know all of the tricks of the trade, all of them. And I never peel when I suntan, never. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I've actually peeled, and I've gotten pretty dark. But that is just two kind of ideas that you can actually use for yourself. Or you can just make it very simple. Oh, here's a spray bottle. And these you can also get in the doTERRA back office when you have your own account. These are very small, but they're convenient. You can take them on the plane because of the ounces. So I like to keep it in my carry-on. You know, spray your lavender oil. Just take about 10 drops of lavender essential oil and add it to distilled water. And again, you know, mist it on your pillows, mist it on your skin. You know, anything that you want to do. The next oil is a tea tree oil, and tea tree oil is crucial for any skin irritation that you experience. I actually like to use this every single day. I have it in a rollerball touch form. doTERRA sells a lot of their oils already diluted in fractionated coconut oil just to make it easier for you. And so I like to roll it over my cuticles when I get out of the shower. If I know, I used to go and get pedicures, but I don't anymore. I used to do that over my toenail beds before I was going for a pedicure too, just to make it, you know, my toenail beds very healthy. And that way, if I go to a salon and there's kind of some kind of ickiness going there, you know that you're protected. But Melaleuca oil, it is crucial for any skin irritations that you experience, a great relief for bug bites. Because how many times do you go somewhere and you get back to the hotel or you get back to the stateroom and you're itching and you're just like, I don't even remember getting bit. I have bug spray on. You know, every once in a while that's going to happen. Dry skin areas and any kind of cuts and scrapes. You can pair it with lavender for a great wood relief blend. So, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that. So to pair it with lavender, that would be a great idea, to take the lavender and the Melaleuca and add it to a spray bottle so that you're repairing your skin and also soothing your skin at the same time. Now the next oil is very crucial when you are cruising especially, and that is our Digestion. Cruise ships are known for fabulous food, and however this can cause bloating, heartburn, gas, and upset stomach. How many of you go on vacation and you overeat just because the food is so good? That's one of the things about traveling that's so fun, is you get to try different foods. Digestion is one of those oils that you want to have on hand. You just simply rub it all over your tummy, your upper GI area, or even lower back for relief. So that's a great idea for that. And then On Guard oil. I never go anywhere without my On Guard. Never. I don't care. It's always in my purse. I carry it in different forms. The On Guard oil prevents viruses and promotes a healthy immune system while being around large amounts of people. I was one of those people that when I used to travel, it never failed. When I got home, I got sick. It was either from the airplane or I can't say I've ever gotten sick off of a cruise ship, but usually when flying, that's when I would always end up with the flu. It never ever failed. So since I started using doTERRA essential oils, I haven't gotten sick. So it obviously works. Now, you put a few drops on each foot at bedtime. That's a great way to build up your immune system. Oils are most quickly absorbed into the pores of our feet. So what I like to do though is, and I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but when you use a fractionated coconut oil or a carrier oil, and you dilute it with your oil, it actually is going to penetrate the skin barrier a lot easier, because what happens is when you take an oil and you put a drops on the bottom of your feet, what happens is when you're not wearing socks, some of the properties of the oils go outwardly, so you're not getting 100% of those oil benefits. When you dilute it with fractionated coconut oil, basically what I do is I just put like a drop of fractionated coconut oil and a drop of On Guard, rub it together, and then put it all over my feet. Easy as that. One thing that I do like to do, and I carry it everywhere, I'm sure people have seen pictures that I've actually taken, is I never go anywhere without my On Guard sanitizing spray. Never, ever, ever. Doesn't matter where I'm at. I use it for shopping carts. Spray the shopping cart and take a tissue and wipe it off. I use it when I go to a restaurant. I know that the waiter always looks at me funny, but I basically spray all my entire area and then I just wipe it clean, so that way, a lot of times they use cleaners or they'll use a rag that's dirty, and it is dirty because they've been using it all day. So I kind of just make my area a little bit clean for myself, and it builds up my immunity at the same time. I also, when I'm going to restrooms, I don't like to use public restrooms, but let's face it, we are all going to have to use them every now and then, regardless of whether we like it or not. So what I do is, because I don't like to use their soaps, I'm not sure if a lot of you know this, but conventional soaps, especially like from hotel rooms and places like that, they're going to basically buy the soap that is the most cost effective for them, which means they have a lot of toxic ingredients. So what I normally do is I don't even wash my hands with their soap. I usually just use my On Guard. I get out of the bathroom, I'll run my hands over soap, dry them, and then I'll just put my On Guard and spray and rub them together. So that's another nice feature. Ginger. This is an oil that I just started using, and I mainly only use this oil, to be honest with you, when I go on a cruise, because I used to have to wear those wristbands. The wristbands that basically there's a wristband. They look like something from the 80s, like when you're going to do your aerobics. But they're the ugliest thing. They always have them in ugly colors, like blue, and it's an ugly blue, or gray, black. And let's face it, it doesn't match your cruise attire. So I like the fact that I can use ginger oil instead. The ultimate oil for any kind of motion sickness or nausea due to cruising or rich foods. You put it on your feet at the beginning of each day to prevent, and put some on hands and inhale if you have any nausea. Perfect oil. I started doing that, and that's one of the rollers that I have in my cruise ship essentials. So if you're just logging on now and checking us out, I put all these oils in a little dram, just like that, with a little sticker on top, and I have them all with me. And it's kind of like my, a little emergency kit. Now, what I like to do is, when I first check into a hotel room or even on my cruise, I know that I've watched a lot of documentaries where that they're not cleaning the rooms the way that they should. So basically what we do first thing before we unpack or do anything is we set up a diffuser. We set up a diffuser and we start diffusing Purity right away. Purity is an oil that basically cleanses the air. I use this oil in my kitchen. I use it in my bathrooms. You can clean with this oil. It is amazing in the laundry room. I use it in my pet areas. It's elevated. So anyone that knows that tea tree oil is not good for cats, no worries, because it's way, way above where she can actually like smell it, to be honest with you. And it has such a small amount that it's really not going to do anything for them, or it's not going to hurt them. I've also added a drop to a cotton ball and put it in my vacuum cleaner. I've put a couple drops on my air filter for my air conditioning system, so my central air. I mean, I use this oil all the time. So what I do is I diffuse, and that way I'm cleaning the air in my stateroom. I also have it in a spray bottle. If you can see my little sticker there, I have it in a spray bottle, and I spray everything. I don't care what it is. I spray my linens. I actually don't really use what's underneath. Like, I don't pull my covers down and sleep. I actually bring a travel blanket with me because I'm really weird like that. It has something to do with my autoimmune disease too, because the detergents that they use a lot of bleach and stuff like that, and it really does disrupt my endocrine system, and I tend to like get like really itchy skin and blotchy. So I basically just spray everything just to make sure that I'm, you know, getting all the cooties off of everything. So that's another idea that you can have. Another thing is when you're traveling, you want to make sure that you're staying hydrated and that you're taking care of your skin. So I always like to make sure that I use something that's really going to hydrate my skin, especially if you're going to a place where, you know, there's a high elevation. You know that, you know, your skin's going to get a lot drier than it would in your own environment. So two things that I like to use is I like to use the hydrating cream. This is part of our doTERRA Essential Skincare line. And I can tell you, this is one of the best creams that I've ever used. It is not heavy, so it's perfect for Florida. I like the fact that it doesn't have any citrus oils in it at all. And just so you know, when you are using citrus oils, there is a photosensitivity, so you have to remain out of the sun for up to 12 hours, just so you don't get any sensitivity whatsoever. So this is a perfect oil for that. I usually use the hydrating cream, and then I put my SPF over it. So it's perfect. The other item that I like to use is the anti-aging eye cream. This is the most amazing eye cream that I have ever used, and I've used a lot. There's so many different reasons why I like it. You know, it basically reduces, you know, fine lines and appearance of fine lines. If you get the crow's feet, which I get them a little bit, but they're a lot better now. I don't know if you can see. If you can see, I don't wear makeup so during the day. So, but it helps with that. I also like that if you do have any dark circles underneath your eyes or a night that you didn't get a lot of sleep, perfect for that as well. So this is 10% off this month as well. So those are two things that I definitely will be carrying with me. Now, I want to talk about the Island Mist Oil. And I don't have it, so I can't necessarily show you the bottle. But what I do know is I do know the 4 different oils that are inside of the Island Mist. I'm so excited for this oil just because I love anything that smells tropical. So if you are not able to like take a vacation in the summer, let's say for whatever reason, maybe you have family coming in to visit you instead, or you're just trying to save money because you're going to take a vacation in the fall or during the holidays, you can take a stay vacation, and this is a perfect oil to diffuse at home. Put it in an Island Mist sprayer, use it in your restroom, you know, basically anywhere that you want. Now, I like to call it the Sun Beach oil just because that's what it reminds me of. So what I did is I took all 4 of the oils that are in that particular blend, and I put 20 drops of each into this dropper, and I shook it up, and then I've been diffusing it all morning, and let me tell you, it is amazing. It has lemon oil, which is a focus oil. It has lime, which is known for the zest of life oil. Now, I'm going to go into a couple things with lemon oil before I go on to the lime that maybe you don't know. It actually, the top uses is for energy. Inhale 1 to 2 drops from cupped hands. It's great for detoxing. For lemon oil too, if you have like a permanent marker or even like a sticker tag on something, it's something that you can basically use 1 drop and then just take a sponge, and I guarantee that adhesive to that sticker will come right off. I like to use it a lot on my luggage because after I travel, they really tear my luggage up, and I hate scuffs on anything. So it's the one thing that I can use. It takes it right off. It's also great for sore throat. Take 1 to 2 drops with a spoonful of honey. It increases your alkalinity. I don't know if anyone knows that, but when you drink about 1 to 3 drops in the water, it's great for that. You can use it for a household cleaner, food, I mean, there's just so many different things, but it's great for good gut health. So it says good gut health. 1 drop of lemon, 2 drops of peppermint, and 1 drop of protective blend. Take this blend daily to regulate gut patterns, health, and restore regularity. Very interesting. So, and again, you avoid sun exposure for 12 hours after topical use. This is an oil too that the Island Mist that you could use topically. Maybe making your own perfumes. I like to make my own blends and use them in place of the toxic perfumes. I no longer use Clinique. That was my favorite blend. Me and my husband would use Clinique, and he would use Clinique for Men. So because we're not using those perfumes anymore, I like to make my own blends. So that is something that you could do, diluting it with fractionated coconut oil in a roller ball and just kind of like, rubbing it where you would for perfume. The next oil it has is lime, which is a zest for life lime. Now, lime is another good one that I like to add to my water. I like to add it just because of the benefits that it has for mental clarity. If you diffuse it 3 to 6 drops or inhale from cupped hands. It's also great for a chronic cough. Apply 2 to 4 drops over chest, mid, back, and lung reflex points. It's great for colds or viruses. Drink 1 to 3 drops in water and diffuse. I actually take 1 drop of lemon and 1 drop of lime. And I like to drink that just to kind of, mix it up a little bit. I like to get more water in. I basically only drink water and coffee. And it kind of just makes it, just the boring water. Another thing too is regular water for some reason gets me nauseated, and I don't know why. So this also takes care of that. I also like to make myself a drink every now and then that has real cranberry juice, and I use carbonated water that doesn't have any added sugar or salt to it. And what I do is I pour my cranberry juice and to equal the parts of the carbonated water, and I mix it up, and then I add a drop of lime. It is amazing. I use it for the holidays. I use it for when we have team workshops. Everybody just can't get enough of it, so it's great. Lime is also good for bacterial infections. It's an antioxidant, so that's one of the reasons too that I like to add a lot of the citrus oils because they are antioxidants. So the next oil that's in the Island Mint is peppermint. This was kind of surprising to me that they would put this in. But once I read up on peppermint, it makes perfect sense to me. Now, great for allergies. I like to use peppermint with lavender, lemon, and I diffuse it. So it actually helps me with my seasonal allergies. This is an oil that can be used for an emotional use. It has alcohols like menthol, make peppermint an energizing oil. It brings new life to the heart and reminds you that life can be happy. It's great for migraines and headaches, digestive support, asthma and cough, bad breath. My husband actually has a condition. I know he's going to kill me if he sees this. but he does have halitosis, and it's just, it has nothing to do with the fact that he does floss and he does brush his teeth and he does take care of himself. It's just his saliva is different than a normal person. So he really has to like be up on it. So he likes to do the peppermint beadlets. He never goes anywhere without them. But if you don't have the beadlets, you could also just, put a drop on your tongue. Just so you know, doTERRA essential oils are the only oils that I recommend using internally. And it's because they are certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. There are no additives. They do not add any kind of synthetic ingredients. It's just the oil from the plant, from the bark, from the stem, from the flower, wherever it may be. And they are sourced from 40 different countries. We do co-source with these countries, and because we want to get the best oils from the best regions. And in turn, what we provide to them is an incredible way of life. For one, they have a stable income. We set up schools and orphanages. There's so many different things that we do for them, but in turn, they give us the best oils that you can possibly get in the world. So, with that being said, the last oil in the Island Mint is spruce. And I didn't know a lot about this oil as well. Believe it or not, there's a lot of oils that I don't know. And I looked it up in this book, and for some reason it wasn't in there. So what I did is I looked for another tree oil. This is an oil that you obviously would get from a tree. So I looked up Siberian fir, and I think that that's going to be about the closest that you can get. Spruce is great for asthma. It's an immune stimulant. So apply 1 to 2 drops to bottoms of feet. Dry cough, cold and flu, muscle cramps and spasms. Massage several drops with carrier oil into affected areas. And emotional overwhelmment. Inhale 1 to 2 drops from cupped hands. And I know it is the buoyant oil. So with that being said, every now and then they come up with a limited oil that is for a limited edition time only. So on Friday, this Island Mint is coming out. You do not want to delay. You want to log into your account and you want to get the limit, because it will not be back. I tell everyone to do that, and what ends up happening is they end up selling out, and then I'm not going to go into my reserve for anybody, just because I love my limited edition oils, especially this oil. So you want to make sure that you do log in and get it. Now, what I normally do is, I'm going to just give you a couple other tips that I like to do for traveling, because I don't like to carry full size of anything. Is doTERRA has a wonderful salon essentials shampoo, and well, basically a whole health care or hair care system that I like to use. It's perfect if you color your hair, because it's not drying, and it doesn't have any type of toxic ingredients that's going to affect your endocrine system. So what I like to do is they sell the sample packets, and I like to pick these up, and they're very inexpensive. It's like $8.50, and you get 10 each of these. So obviously it's perfect. I don't wash my hair every single day unless I'm on vacation, and then I usually do, just because, you're sweating and you're swimming, and, you've got all the elements that you're normally not used to. So I take these with me, and it's a lot more convenient. I also like to take our doTERRA On Guard toothpaste with me. Instead of taking a whole entire tube, me and my husband, I just take a package of these, and there's enough for like literally to brush your teeth like 4 times in one of these. So if you're brushing your teeth morning and evening, it's enough for 2 people for one day. So I like to take these as well. And I like to take my Deep Blue Rub, because we like to do a lot of excursions, or if you have lower back issues, or even just, different times that you are experiencing discomfort or pain in like a shoulder region, lower back. These are great to have on hand, because the little pack itself is enough for one application. Whoops, where did it go? It's enough for one application. So I usually try to take maybe, you know, about 4 or 5 of these with us if we're going on a 5-day cruise. To be honest with you, I hardly ever have to use them. It's more my husband that does, but it makes it convenient so I don't have to bring the entire tube. So the last thing I want to show you is my TerraShield. Now this is our outdoor blend, and it's made conveniently in a spray bottle for you. It's safe for pets. It's safe for, obviously, animals. It's safe for the environment. It's ecosystem friendly. It's not going to hurt lizards or snakes or any of those creatures that are out there. And it's great for children. I like this because it doesn't have that DEET in it, so it's not going to affect your endocrine system. I like to go camping, and when we go camping, a lot of times I have to take a shower before I go to bed, because if the, back before doTERRA, if I went to bed without taking a shower and I had all the bug repellent on me, I would wake up and I'd have blotches all over my skin and I would be itching. So that's perfect to have on hand and just spray it wherever you're going to go. If you're going to the beach, keep it in your beach bag. It's great for gnats, spiders. I mean, it works for everything. I've tried it with everything. This is an oil that I like to actually diffuse outside too when we're outside, instead of, using any type of toxic sprays, or even if you do the citronella candles, this replaces the candles as well as all of my other oils. So what I'm going to do is, to one lucky listener today, I'm going to give away a little Keep Calm and Cruise On goodie bag with all of these essentials in there. I'm going to pack up a Cruise Essentials, and I'll put 1 or 2 of these oils in there, as well as one of the shampoo, a deep blue rub, and a toothpaste, so that way, and I'll even make up a little spray of the TerraShield, so you can have that on hand as well, and a spray of the On Guard. Pack that all in, and I will announce the winner in a couple minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a couple people a chance to kind of log in here. Anyone have any questions, or say hi, wave to me, give me some love. We're about to log off, but I do want to also announce the LRP winner. I like to spoil my members. I know that there's a lot of businesses out there, and I'm very, very vocal about this, that they like to spoil people, but they try to basically give to people that they're just trying to lure them in, to get them to, buy their merchandise or whatever the product may be, whether it's insurance or it's a car or whatever it may be. They're always doing some kind of promotional thing to lure you in, but then once they have you, they don't ever do anything like to actually thank you for your loyalty, for, continuing to order, for always coming to them, for, just logging in and watching all of my videos that I do live for education for oils. So I like to thank my members, and every single week I do what I call a LRP Love. We have a program, and it's free when you have an account. And it's called the Loyalty Rewards Program. And basically what it is you set up your account, and you basically, if you're going to like certain specific things that you order every single month, and you already know that you're going to use them. For me, it is the Long Life Vitality. Now, the Long Life Vitality is one thing that I will tell you has made an incredible difference in my life. It's given me more energy. I had depression, anxiety. I had so many different ailments all rolled into one that basically derived from a thyroid disease, and I never even knew it. I always thought something was wrong with me. I always thought I have a great life. I have a great husband. I have a great family. I was able to retire early. There were so many different things that I should be grateful for, and I didn't understand what was going on until I started doing a lot of research and basically empowering myself and taking care of myself and you know, doing a lot of research on my health and not relying on a doctor. Now, doctors are great. I love my doctor. I've been seeing him since 2007. But I see him one time a year now. I see him in February when I get blood work, because I have to go in and see him before I can get my blood work, for him to basically give me the script to get the blood work done, to look at my T3 and T4 levels of my thyroid. So one of the things that basically took care of all of that, I'm not on any kind of antidepressant medication, which I should have been long ago, but I'm not. And I'm so glad I didn't go that route. But sometimes you do have to, and I understand that. But I started taking the Long Life Vitality, and I'm going to get the box for you. I'll show you. This is one of the things that I always have on my loyalty rewards every single month. So I put this pack in there, and it's basically helps with cellular function, for general wellness and vitality. It's an antioxidant and DNA protection, energy, metabolism, bone health, immune function, stress management, cardiovascular health, healthy hair, skin and nails, eye, brain, nervous system, liver function and digestive health, lung and respiratory health, gentle on stomach, and does not contain genetically modified material, and it's dairy free. So there's so many different reasons why I take the Long Life Vitality. So I usually just put those on my loyalty rewards, and I set up my date between the 1st and the 15th. Whenever you spend 125 PV product value, which is about equal to about 125 every single month, they have a free oil of the month. Also, you start accumulating points every single month. It's kind of like a Costco or, you know, any of those, I think there's a BJ's here, any kind of those warehouses that you join and then they somehow give you points or whatever, but they never do it as well as this. Basically, you start at 10% and every quarter you go up 5% until you max out at 30%. At which time you stay on 30% for life. As long as you have your account, it's 30%. So right now, when I go ahead and I submit my loyalty rewards order, and I chose the 14th of the month, and that is basically how they are able to keep track of their product, and there's very rarely any kind of back orders in this company, which is amazing. And I think that it's because they have it set up the way that they have it set up with their loyalty rewards, and they're basically, you know, kind of taking control over the amount that gets ordered at one time. So that's kind of genius of them. So I normally do that, and then I get 30%. So like this month, 125, I got 30%, and I get to choose free product with that 30%. Sometimes I use it right away. A lot of times, and I know a lot of other wellness advocates and educators that do this, and even members. I have one member that she never spends hers, and what she does in November, she has like $1,000 that she gets to spend, and she gets all her Christmas gifts. So that's another convenient way. So that's something that you definitely want to jump on. So that's how doTERRA thanks you. That's their thank you for the loyalty rewards, just for you being a member. But for me, I like to go the extra route, and I like to thank my members. So every single week, I do an LRP love. And each week I give away a product or an oil or whatever it may be, to thank that person for their loyalty. And I have 4 weeks in a month, so I do it 4 times. And the first 3 weeks I usually do it when they have, I think the first 2 weeks, when they have it between the first 2 weeks, I think I do a bigger priced item, just because you know, the 1st and the 15th, and usually in that one's with an order that's 100 PV or less. The 3rd week, all you have to do is spend $1 PV, like 1 PV. But obviously we don't have anything that's $1, so I usually go with like 5 PV. So if there's a month, say let's say 1 month, you know, someone in your household or whatever gets into a car accident, and, you know, God forbid, and they're fine, but you have a deductible. So that's money that you didn't plan on or you didn't budget in that month. So let's say that month, you're kind of cutting a little costs here and there, and so you really can't afford to spend the $125. That's okay. You can order something small like a Citrus Bliss lotion. You know, it's $8.50 just to keep your LRP going, so you're not losing any of your points and you're keeping your date. So with that being said, the winner for this week for the LRP Love is Cassandra Van Lenten. And Cassandra Van Lenten, you're going to be getting the Citrus Bliss hand lotion, which is yummy. It smells so yummy, and it's very, it's a nice size too, so perfect for your purse. So thank you everyone for watching. And let's see, I'm going to scroll here and try to see who is watching. Anyone have any questions? First person to wave at me is going to get this Keep Calm and Cruise packet. I don't think it shows me anything. It's not. Oh, that's right. With lies, it doesn't show you. All right, I'm just going to like have to, I don't know. Oop. Swipe to the left. All right. Shoot. Got quite a few people on. Huh. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to go with the first person that jumped on just because it's easier. So Laura Ampazan Stout, thank you for watching, and you are the winner of the Keep Calm and Cruise On. So message me your address and I'll pop this in the mail before I leave for my cruise. We're heading out to the Bahamas on Saturday for a week. So I'll make sure that I get this out there, and so that you can have it and you can start enjoying the product. When you get it, please send me a message that you did receive it, and I will be back. Let's see, I won't be on next Thursday because I will be out of town. So it will be the following Thursday that you'll catch me for LRP Love. So everyone have a great day, and thanks again for joining.